Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to have you here. If you're new here, please subscribe. Today we'll be making this beautiful Alice band. It's a scrunchie Alice band, ruffled scrunchie Alice band, and we'll be making it without the plastic Alice band on the inside of it. And without further ado, let's get into it. So today we'll be needing 3 pieces of fabrics to make our scrunchie headbands, and the largest piece of fabric measures 8 inches by 41 inches, and then the next fabric that we cut out measures 4 inches by 15 inches. And then the last one is the smallest one, which measures 2 inches by 15 inches. And then I have a piece of elastic here. The elastic measures 1 inch. That's the width of the elastic. But now we've cut out 6 inches length, which is what we need for our project today. So next, what we need to do is fold the long piece of fabric in half. And then we're going to sew all the way down. And then we'll also fold the next fabric, this one, in half, and then we'll stitch to the end. We'll leave this, the smallest piece of fabric, just as it is. We're not stitching this one, we're leaving it as it is. I'll stitch that quickly. So to continue, I have now stitched down the edges, and then I'm going to have to turn it right side out. I'm going to have to turn it right side out. This is what I have now, turned it right side out. I would also turn this second piece right side out. Next, I'll be ironing out the fabrics I turned right side out, making sure that my seam is at the center when I'm ironing. So I iron that quickly just to make it look neat. I've ironed this, and then I'm on to the next one, the bigger piece of fabric. I'll be ironing it the same way as I did the first piece, making sure that the seam line is in the middle. Here's what I have now. It's now time to insert my elastic piece into this fabric. So I'll be doing that with the help of my safety pin. I'll pin it on one side, and then I'll pass it through to the other side. I'll make this easier for myself by pinning this end with a pin to just make sure that it doesn't fall out while I'm trying to pass it. So I'll push it all the way to the other side. And this is what I have, my elastic casing sorted. So I can take off my safety pin now, and then I'll hold it in place with the pin. This is what I have for my elastic band. That's done. Next, we're moving to the big fabric. Remember the single piece of fabric we cut out before, the one we didn't stitch on? I'm going to be passing this through the big fabric. So I'll still be using my safety pin, and then I'll pass it through the big fabric. just like we did in the case of the elastic. We'll hold down one side with our pin so that it doesn't pull out. Yes, so this is it. I'll hold this down with our pin and then I'll pass it all the way to the other side. It's come out on the other side now, and so I'm taking out my safety pin as we did in the case of the elastic band, and then I'm holding it in place. Now we stitch down this edge and the second edge to make sure that the fabric we inserted on the inside doesn't fall out. And we'll do the same for the elastic. We'll stitch it down on this end and on the other end to keep the elastic as well in place so we can take off our pins. The edges are stitched now, so we can take off our pins. We can take all the pins out, and it's time to connect the big ruffle with the elastic band. So on this side where I have this seam, I'm going to be facing the right sides of both the elastic casing and the ruffle. I'm going to be facing them right side to right side. So on the outside you can see the seam line here, and on this outside as well you can see the seam line. And then I'll fold this around my elastic this way and then the other way. I'll fold it around my elastic like this, and then I'm going to stitch here. We're repeating the same for the second side. I'm just pinning this in place. So on the second side as well, I'm going to have to take the end of my ruffle, right side facing the right side of the elastic casing, and then I'm folding this over on the right side and on the left side as well, and then we're stitching right here. We're done stitching both sides now, and this is what it looks like. We stitch this end and the other end, so I need to turn it right side out. So I'm turning it out so the stitched hem goes on the inside and becomes hidden. So I need to turn it right side out. So I'm turning it out so the stitched hem goes on the inside and becomes hidden. This is it. That end that we stitched is inside now and is hidden. And yes, we're now done making our ruffle Alice band, and we're going to put this, I'm going to be wearing this on my mannequin so we can see how it fits and how it looks like. Here's what the finished result looks like on the mannequin. That's what it looks like. That's the back of it, and this is the front of it. This is what it looks like. If you do try making this, please like, share, subscribe. You can tag me when you make yours on Instagram at Explicit Collections. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.